Who's ready for some hockey? Or sorry, who's ready?
Hacky.
Yeah, who's ready for some hacky? I will die for my hacky team.
Number 1. Go team, go.
That was very Canadian.
Well, we are pretty Canadian where we are.
Canadian, eh?
Oh.
So we are going to talk about hacky today, and we're really excited.
Yeah.
We're doing. What are we doing? A Heated Rivalry?
Yes.
Or what's this show? What's it called? I don't even recall. It hasn't taken over my life, and I only liked it a little bit. So yeah. I'm not even sure.
And I've been talking about it for a month, trying to get you to pay attention to it.
Well, Jamie, I did have to finish Emily in Paris season 4, and look, I'll tell you this: we're all disappointed. All of us. I
feel like all shows are disappointing to me now. So.
Well, don't start Emily in Paris then. Look,
I will not be doing that.
Am I gonna watch season 5? Absolutely. But there was a deep regret in my heart when I started Heated Rivalry and realized, oh, I wasted all that time on Emily in Paris season 4.
Yeah, when you could have already been rewatching Heated Rivalry
several times.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I could have been doing that.
Yeah, I've never been so passionate about a TV show.
Oh, I thought you were going to say I've never been so passionate about anything in my life.
Also maybe.
Just
pretty
kind of sad.
Pretty cool. Is it?
You know what? No.
No.
Because we choose joy.
Mm-hmm. And this brings me so much joy. I want to get like a tiger beat almost. Like I feel like thrown back into, you know?
Yeah.
Just like I need to know everything.
It's very JTT and Devon Sawa level of obsessed. Leo DiCaprio.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I just want to know. Yeah. And
what are they up to?
Yeah. I literally go to the gym and on the treadmill, I just watch their interviews. I watched Men's Health today where Hudson Williams did a workout, but he's so funny.
He's hilarious.
He's so entertaining.
Mm-hmm.
And they couldn't have had 2 better actors to play them.
Yes, which we'll get to.
Yeah, so much to talk about.
We are going to cover not only the show that everyone's obsessed with, but we also read the book.
Did we say who we are and what we do?
No, I'm Christine.
I'm Jamie.
We are Books and Booze Podcast.
Yes.
So not only did we read the book and watch the show multiple times, we also have made cocktails to accompany.
Yes.
But we're only going to talk about one today because we're going to tell you the other one in part 2. Today we're going to do... Which one are we doing first? Is it the one in your hands?
Might as well because it's in my hand.
Yeah, okay. We'll save Shane for next time.
Yeah, so I got to do Illya, and it was a super complicated drink.
He's pretty easy.
Yeah, so it's vodka.
And?
On ice.
And ice.
Yep. Vodka on ice. I was like, oh, I'll get Russian vodka. Because he's Russian and he likes his Russian vodka.
Yeah, that was a good thought.
Yeah, wasn't really thinking that, yes, we have not sold Russian vodka here in Canada since 2022. So you can't get it.
The more you know.
Yeah, which I mean, he did say, I don't know if he says in the books, but in the show, it's hard to find. I'm surprised you have this.
Now it makes more sense.
I had never really thought about it. It makes complete sense. So I decided to go, I was like, you know what? He's an Ontarian now.
But that was before it was banned.
No. Maybe it was still hard to get though.
Yeah, maybe.
Yeah. I'll look into the history later on.
Yeah.
But so I decided to go with Reid's vodka, which is from Toronto. So it's a Toronto distillery.
Tirana.
Yep. So this is what Illya will now have to look forward to drinking.
Because he can't get his Russian vodka anymore.
Yeah. So.
And you know what? It was really good.
Yeah. I mean, and I like vodka, but I usually don't like just sipping on a vodka.
Yeah.
But you do need to buy a better vodka, obviously.
If you're going to
If you're going to do. Yeah.
Yeah, and you can't drown it out with the sugar. So, yeah, for a vodka that's just on its own, I was pleasantly surprised.
Yes.
Because that's not what I would usually pick at all.
Vodka would usually be like my last choice. To like sip to sip. Yes.
Okay.
But yeah, it's not bad.
So if you want to, you know what? All I imagine, like with this glass of vodka, I just imagine, we're going to talk about this too, that scene in Las Vegas where he just has his shirt open and he's sipping it and he pulls the chair into the bedroom. That's all I think about. And then the clinking with the glass, right?
She's like, oh. I can't. I was going to try and say something that he said. And
Yeah, no. Oh, you could say fuck in a Russian accent.
Fuck. No, I can't do it.
Wow, that was sensual.
Thank you. You try. Olinda.
Olinda. No, I'm gonna warm up to it.
Okay.
Okay, so that's our cocktail. If you want to try it, I don't know if is that considered a cocktail?
No, it's not. But I don't care.
We
normally do actual cocktails. This is the first time
we do whatever we want here.
Yeah.
Okay. And today we're just pouring vodka into a glass.
Yeah.
Now we did chill the glass.
Yes.
We made a giant ice cube, so we did it properly.
And then we slid it across a giant block of ice. Yeah. So there was a lot of effort put in.
There was.
Yeah.
Good for us.
Yeah. We're great.
10 out of 10.
You're welcome.
Or goal.
Was that in the show?
I've never played hockey. I don't
Goal. I was at a hockey game this morning, so.
And you did that?
No, I don't. I kind of whisper things.
Whisper things?
Yeah, because I'm not one of those people that yells. And it's also like, well, they're not.
Children are playing.
Well, 16-year-olds, but still. But they get really aggressive. You're like, Jesus. Careful, guys. I don't want you to get hurt.
You guys be careful out there, eh?
Yeah.
Oh, God. Okay. Okay, let's talk about the book/show. Nothing interferes with Shane Hollander's game. Definitely not the sexy rival he loves to hate. Pro hockey star Shane Hollander isn't just crazy talented. He's got a spotless reputation. Hockey is his life. Now that he's captain of the Montreal Voyageurs, he won't let anything jeopardize that, especially the sexy Russian whose hard body keeps him awake at night. Boston Bears captain Illya Rozanov is everything Shane's not. The self-proclaimed king of ice, he's as cocky as he is talented. No one can beat him except Shane. They've made a career on their legendary rivalry, but when the skates come off, the heat between them is undeniable. When Illya realizes he wants more than a few secret hookups, he knows he must walk away. The risk is too great. As their attraction intensifies, they struggle to keep their relationship out of the public eye. If the truth comes out, it could ruin them both. But when their need for each other rivals their ambition on ice, secrecy is no longer an option. So,
butterflies.
Yeah, that's the book description.
I had actually never read it, the book description. I had the book sitting
What's
in
it
front
about,
of me.
huh?
Yeah.
So our author is Rachel Reid.
Shout out Rachel Reid.
Like
Nova Scotia.
Nova Scotia. She has the whole Game Changers series, as well as like other standalone hockey romance novels.
Which is now my new favorite thing. I'm not gonna lie.
Hockey romance novels.
But like male hockey.
Yeah, it's
novels.
a whole
I'm really into it. I
popular
love
genre.
it. Yeah. It's a huge genre.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Now the show was Canadian writer and director Jacob Tierney.
Who, if I'm not mistaken, was on Are You Afraid of the Dark?
Was
So
he?
let me double check. I forgot I saw that. I now need to. So yes, he was. Yeah.
Let me see.
He was Eric, the snarky little.
Yes.
Yeah. From 1990 to 1992. He told the stories The Tale of Jake and the Leprechaun and The Tale of the Dark Music. Oh, I think I remember that one.
Oh, Eddie's going to be so excited.
Yeah, and he's also created, directed, executive produced Letterkenny.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So great work, fellow Canadian.
Mm-hmm. Good job, Jacob. Can I ask, coming into this, I think we have talked about maybe like our relationship to hockey, and even like talking about hockey romance and not wanting to read hockey romance.
No.
So I want to ask that, and also like your relationship to hockey.
I think when I first saw the show, I was like, absolutely not. Like, it looked really cheesy to me. Hockey romance just was never ever into that at all. Like, people would say, oh, you need to read this one. And I'm like, no, that does not appeal to me. Hockey, I just feel like that's always, I feel like you're Canadian. We're in Thunder Bay also, which is a big hockey town.
We're in a big hockey town where like everyone plays hockey. Not everyone,
Yeah.
but like it's huge. It's like if you
It's
go,
always been kind of part of our lives in a way.
I think it's like if you go to the southern states in like football.
Yeah.
A lot
Like
of places,
growing
right?
up, we would go to like the local teams and go see those hockey games.
Right, and a lot of like people from where we're from end up like in the NHL. Like that is
Yes.
pretty.
Yeah. And so I feel
normal.
like growing up, that's also, you hung out going to watch people's hockey games.
Yeah, yeah. Which is also why I have this adverse reaction to reading hockey romance, is because growing
Yeah,
up,
I'm just like,
growing up as someone, how old were we? 90s, 2000s, you know, toxic hockey culture.
yeah.
And growing up where like all the boys played hockey, it was just like that. I guess now as like a more mature woman, reading a hockey romance actually is like can be triggering.
Yeah, like it's not, and I still
It's not
don't want to
appealing.
read a heterosexual hockey book. I still have
Right.
no desire to read that at all.
Right. This feels safer.
Yes. And I will say I've read more of Rachel's and I absolutely love them.
Yeah.
And they're also not always both hockey players. It's like one hockey player and something else. But yeah, absolutely not.
We are also not hockey players.
I can't skate.
I never even thought of that. Oh my
Yeah,
god.
I'm a really bad Canadian.
Wow.
Yeah.
Okay,
I
can.
go watch hockey all the time.
I hate hockey.
I like our cousins' boys are older. I mean, even when they're younger, it's so cute. But when they're older, it's actually really good to watch. And I really like going to watch them. So I do go do that. So I was there this morning and last night watching games.
You're a good aunt. I hate it so much. Like if you ask me like what sports games are you okay with going to watch? Hockey is at the end of my list.
Really?
Yeah, I would like baseball, I would like basketball, I would like tennis.
Oh, I feel like
That's
hockey,
what I would like.
Hockey is probably my top sport that I would go watch.
Oh god, no.
Yeah.
I remember growing up and like boys that I was friends with would be like, you don't like hockey? And it was like so like people could not wrap their heads around it.
Yeah.
And I was a competitive figure skater, and so I'd be like, "Do you like figure skating?" And they're like, "Absolutely not." And I was like, "Yeah, so
Stupid question.
that's actually how that works.
Yeah.
People like different things."
Yeah.
I think the sport you play is stupid. They're like, "But your sport is stupid." I was like, "Okay."
Agree to disagree.
But it did feel like you're kind of on the outside.
yes.
How dare you not like hockey?
I was also never, which I don't really feel like any of us were in our family. Like, we didn't have like our team, which is
No.
obviously like that's a huge thing for hockey fans. Like, you're like Toronto, you're Montreal.
Yeah.
But it's a very passionate. Our uncle has a whole basement dedicated to Montreal. So I just say Montreal's my team because I like them.
My husband prefers Calgary.
Yes. See, so there is, yeah, people have like their preference or they're very passionate about it, which I understand. I
like the Toronto Raptors. Yeah. I wore my one and only sports shirt today, which is Toronto Raptors.
Yeah, I wore the Minnesota Wild because I went to watch Minnesota and Toronto play against each other.
Minnesota.
Yeah.
Okay, I do want to say I went in between the physical book and the audiobook. I would just
I don't know if I could do the audio with the TV show. Like, I feel like it would bug me.
That was going to be my next point.
Okay. Yeah, it's like
his Russian accent.
Is it so bad?
It's not like I think he's doing it, but it also
not Connor Story.
But he's not Connor Story, and he also sounds at moments like Count Dracula.
So it's super sexy.
Oh, a Hollander. You know, it's like, you're taking me out of it, bud.
They have to re-record these books.
I know.
Yeah.
Anyway, oh, the other thing I did look, this is me just me shitting on the audiobook voice actor. But then
So sorry, sir.
Sorry, sir. For Shane's parents, they are Canadian.
Yeah.
They are from Ottawa. They sound like they are from the southern United States.
Oh.
Now, do not ask me which accent in the States that is, because I do not live there. I cannot distinguish them. But it is, what I do know for sure, as someone who lives in Ontario, Canada, that is not the voice.
We talk like this. Actually, Southern
His
Ontario
dad's a cowboy.
talks more American than we do. We have our
It's
own
not
little...
just American. It's not just like...
But no, it's very... Well, you know...
No,
not
I know
Southern.
what you mean. I know what you mean. Yeah. Yeah.
Like, we have a bit more of a Canadian accent than Southern Ontario does.
Right.
Because I would get made fun of about that in college.
Yeah, well, you're a fucking loser. That's why.
Yeah. I'm like, what did you just say? I was like, what? You say your A's funny. I was like, oh.
Get in the locker.
23 years old.
Yeah, they have lockers
Shoved it
at
along.
college. Okay.
I mean, they do. I didn't use... Oh, no, did I?
Oh.
I'll think about it more later.
No, think about it now. This is a good time. The music in this show, I want to talk about a little bit. One thing I was very excited about, I don't know if this woman is the sensation that she is in other parts of the world, but Feist is Canada's queen of indie pop. Okay? And this album has two of her songs.
Yeah.
Two very important songs in this show.
Yeah.
Okay?
Oh, the music's so... They did such a
Sea
great job.
Lion, when he goes to knock on the door,
Yeah.
and it's just like progressively getting more intense, and it's saying Sea Lion. Go back and listen to that song. And then My Moon, My Man.
Yes,
My
I
Moon,
love that
My
one.
Man.
I do have a Heated Rivalry. I made one of my own that has all my favorites, but they're also on anything.
Yeah.
And I was telling Christine, it's now my like treadmill playlist.
No, I've listened to it. Yeah. Yeah.
And of course, the Coming to the Cottage remix.
Right?
Yeah.
Which is not an official song of the show,
Nope. But
someone has made a remix
Oh my
that
God, it
it
just-
is addicting.
yeah, and it's so stupid.
Coming to the cottage.
Oh,
Oh,
I'm coming
should
to
we
the
record
cottage.
something? Coming to the cottage.
Oh, it just pumps me up. Love it.
Now, we do have a fun little song from Tattoo.
Yes.
Who, you know, in our youth, that was a very popular
It
song.
was super popular. I feel like we could go into
All the things
a
she
whole
said, all the
controversy.
things she said.
Yeah.
So one of them said something homophobic.
Like, oh my God, girls
I
are
did
kissing?
my research. Yeah,
you did.
they did. Yeah, and then it was like, but are they gay? And I think they
like,
ended up
oh,
not
they're
being.
making
and they're
out
like,
like
oh,
schoolgirl outfits, and that was a thing.
No, that got weird.
Yeah.
And then one of them said something not so great, and yeah. So it was interesting that they picked this song, but also like, this is a really great song.
It's so good. It goes perfectly. It fit the moment.
The remix of the song is super great.
Yes.
And there's some
They're
really
there.
great French songs in the show too.
Also that.
So I'm glad that they included those.
They did just
A great job.
so happy to be Canadian right now.
Right?
Oh, it just made me so like just everything with this show was just done so well
Yeah.
and on such a low budget.
Yeah, it's
Like
pretty
everything's
cool.
Hamilton.
Everything's
You're not in Russia.
Good job, Jacob
Yeah,
Tierney.
and everyone.
So I saw something. I just saw someone online saying like, and I feel like we talked about this. Someone saying like, don't get back into your situationship because
Oh my
you
God, I
watched
literally
this show.
I have on my thing situationship warning.
Right.
Don't do it.
So that inspired me where I was like, what other stupid takeaways do I have from this show?
Oh, okay. I thought you
So-
were going to be serious.
No.
Okay.
Here are my takeaways from Heated Rivalry. Number 1, ride out that situationship as long as possible. Do not give up. Love is just around the corner.
They'll come around.
Number 2, buy a condo to hide your secrets. Number 3, if someone stocks your beverage of choice in the refrigerator, you will be getting married. Start picking out the rings.
I mean, that's not wrong.
I don't think it is.
No.
Number 4, everyone is turned on by glasses. If you feel your partner pulling away, stare at the sun, tarnish your eyeballs. You will need a prescription.
Or just buy glasses and pretend you need them.
Jamie, no. Don't be dishonest. It's what we learned from Shane's mom. Nope, that is not your character. Just be manipulative. Number 5, bring back nagging. It's not mean or upsetting in any way and will bring you closer to your love.
What do you mean?
Illya is very naggy.
Nagging?
Naggy. I have the definition.
Okay.
It's an act of emotional manipulation where a person makes a deliberate backhanded compliment or otherwise flirtatious remark to another person to undermine their confidence and attempt to engender them in the need for the manipulator's approval. Now, Illya isn't exactly like this. This is just
like, I like when he does that. It's cute.
I absolutely love it. That's why this is a joke, though. But, like, I think it's like there are moments where it's technically he's fucking with him. He's making fun of him. But it feels flirtatious and it feels fun. And I think she kind of likes it. So we're letting it go.
It's their thing. Yeah. No, we're not bringing that.
So bring it back. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Number 6. I don't ever need to visit Russia. I just need to go to Hamilton, Ontario. And this one is for everyone else because I have been to Hamilton, Ontario, so I have basically been to Russia.
I used to live right beside Hamilton, Ontario.
So you lived in Russia. You can start telling people that.
2 years. Lived in Russia. No big deal.
Number 7, and the final one. Forehead kisses are more intimate than penis kisses.
That's actual facts.
Facts.
Yeah.
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 So always go to your books and movies, fiction books and movies for relationship advice.
Hey, some of those were bad. Just saying.
We all learned something here.
I learned so much.
So I've been re-watching Heated Rivalry with my husband.
Once she finally took my advice.
Edward. And he...
Edward Cullen, if you didn't know.
So I asked Eddie today. So I asked him for the podcast, tell the people what your favorite parts are. Now, I would like to preface that he has not watched the last episode, so he did not include any scenes from there.
Yeah.
But these are his 3 that he told me.
Okay.
So he really liked when Shane had erectile dysfunction, and Rose was really cool about it. In the scene where she's like, yeah, don't worry about last night.
Oh, yeah.
He doesn't like women, Jamie.
What?
But
don't ruin it for me.
I think that's like a lot of men's fear. So the fact that she was really cool was like, oh, what? That was really nice. She's really nice to him.
Rose was great.
Yeah, and I think he might have a crush on her.
Eddie?
Yeah.
He
really liked her.
Tell him to watch Yellow Jackets.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
She's in that.
There you go. And then we had a whole conversation about whether people can be friends with people that they've been naked with. Yeah. And I said, absolutely you can. Yeah. And he said, but what about this? What about that? I was like, that is all the extra stuff. And that's like people's insecurities. That's like people's like immaturity and like assumptions about like men and women. That's not because men and women who have been naked together are incapable of building a friendship.
I'm friends with people that I've slept with. And it's fine.
I will let Eddie know.
Yeah, tell Eddie that. And if he wants to know who, I'll come over. We can have a whole conversation so that he knows.
That it's possible.
Yeah, that it's possible. And we are completely fine when we see each other and it's not weird.
We're okay.
Yeah.
Yep. The next one is he really likes when Illya says Hollander.
I do too.
And now he will just call me Hollander in his Russian accent. So we're all having fun.
Can you start calling him Rozanov? No, I guess Shane doesn't have
He doesn't have... No.
Rozanov. Illya.
Stop it. Please stop it.
Liar told you that.
Number 3, he said he liked the hockey scenes, like the action scenes where
Really liked the 5 seconds of hockey that they would show every episode.
yeah,
Those were my favorite parts.
yeah, those are fun. That's it.
Oh my. Episode 5? The best scene? No, that didn't get him, eh?
What one?
Would they come on the ice? When Scott brings Kip down?
No, he didn't say that one.
No, just okay.
Okay.
Well,
Now,
the hockey parts.
now in the book, we get a little bit different organizations. We start with the prologue, so basically we get to see them together before
Yes.
we actually.
But I think she did a really great job. Like, if I didn't know what I was going into, I was like, oh, that was so good. Like, start with them, like, on the ice, like, fuck you, whatever. And then all of a sudden he's there and they're, like, making out.
You're like, what is this?
Yeah, all of a sudden they're, like, and his mouth crashed into his. I'm like,
Yeah.
But yeah, really good. I feel like that hooks you right away.
Yeah.
It was wonderful. I also, just in general, want to kind of point out, which I know goes into it, which I think is also like a level of why this relationship is enjoyable, is that they're both very much on the same level in like where they are in their career, their age, their...
Oh, like there's no power imbalance.
Yes, no power imbalance.
Oh, I never thought of that. That's so nice.
Yeah. So I think, but I also think that's almost why it's such a great story to like read and watch. There's like minor like little things, but yeah, they're just, there's like, yeah, no power imbalance, which I really like.
That's a good point.
So just wanted to shout that out. Are you going to read Shane's first sentence to Illya?
I'm surprised you smoke.
No. That was not his first line to him.
Sorry, what is it?
You're supposed to smoke over there.
I'm surprised you smoke.
Yeah. Okay.
This was such a lovely meeting in the show. Because it highlights both of their personalities. Even though we
bookend in the show, I think it does.
Yes.
Like it shows, okay, Shane's the really like, I follow the rules, just good kid.
Yep.
Very straight. Not straight, but you know.
Pleasant, hardworking.
Yes. And then Ilya's like the rebel.
He's smoking.
I love that.
Dare he?
As an ex-smoker, I appreciate it.
That he smokes.
Yeah, I like it. I really like that for him. And how annoying it is with all the non-smoking and they want you to go somewhere else.
How dare they?
Yeah. Do we want to read their whole thing? Because I like it. I love Ilya's. I like seeing his like inner monologue also.
Yeah. I wrote that down as well. That one of the cool things about watching the show and then reading the book is you get so much, especially I think of Illya, because I think in the show there's segments of the show that you don't realize how much he is struggling with the relationship also, because he has this like really hard shell and he's always joking or he's always like pushing Shane away, and so you don't realize how much he's struggling. So it's actually really nice to be able to see exactly what he's thinking sometimes.
Yeah. But they also, like the two actors, did a great job with their faces.
Yeah,
and, like,
if you can't hear the inner dialogue, actually showing that as actors, and they did a fantastic job at that.
And I think especially like Shane's not as emotive.
Yeah.
With things, and he did such like just like with his eyes, like you could just Oscars all around.
You're the one giving them out this
I
year?
I am. Yeah, just me. Can we like read the whole thing? Because I like it.
Okay. I'm surprised you smoke.
Okay.
I wanted to meet you. Shane Hollander?
Yes.
You're an awesome player to watch.
I know. I love it.
Awkward. So we get the draft, we get the World Juniors, and Rozanov is drafted to Montreal's arch rivals, the Boston Bears.
Yes.
Question. are the teams different in the show?
Yes. So they're also the reason because people were mad because Illya doesn't have the bear tattoo.
He doesn't have the bear tattoo
Yes.
on his chest.
They couldn't get that cleared to
By
do
what?
the Bears. Boston Bears.
Yeah, but that's separate from his tattoo.
But
Or he got that for the team?
no, it was like the whole like joke that he ended up. It just didn't flow if like the team couldn't be named Boston Bears. They had to change the name.
Yeah, no, I was fine him not having a tattoo like he does in the book.
Yeah. But like the people that were like the book lovers, I think at first were like, where's his tattoo? Because that's such like a thing with their story.
Yeah, the teams are named different in the show.
Yeah.
Okay, I thought I was going cuckoo. And this is where we get the gym scene.
Oh my god, it's so good. Again, in the book it's so good, and in the show it's so good.
Right.
Ugh.
Now, in the show, it's a bike. In the book, it's a treadmill.
Yeah.
But no matter. This is so cool. Even when I was talking to Eddie about
Bike's
it, he was
harder.
saying, like, yeah.
He was like, good for you guys.
He's like, oh, this reminds me being, like, a young guy, like, how competitive they all were for just, like, stupid things.
Yeah.
That, like, chasing each other. And so...
Which I feel like...
Yeah.
They do a lot in this, and it's so funny.
Like chasing each other up the stairs.
Yes.
That was, yeah.
Also, when they do the Skype call,
Mm-hmm.
and they're like, okay, who can hold out longer? And not orgasm.
Let's make this a game.
Yeah. I'm like, I love this so much. This is so funny.
So then they're exhausted. They sit down. He shakes the water bottle at him. And Shane, he needed water. It was dumb to refuse. The tips of their fingers touched briefly together. Shane held the bottle away from his lips and quickly squirted water into his mouth. Rozanov watched him. It was the first time that Shane felt it. It was like air in the room had thickened. Everything inside him was buzzing and on edge, like he was about to jump out of the plane. He didn't know if Rozanov felt anything, but in that moment, Shane wanted something. He couldn't even name it. He passed the water bottle back, and this time he could swear Rozanov let his fingers brush Shane's wrist on purpose. It was a moment that seemed to last forever, but was probably less than a second. Shane wanted Rozanov to touch him again. Shane wanted to touch him back. Maybe Shane wanted to kiss him.
I love it. But then I also felt really bad for him after.
Why?
Well, because then he's like spiraling. Shane likes to spiral, you know?
They both did, though, I think, which we learn
Yes.
later in the book. I don't think we get to see that in the show, but they explain it later, like what both of their experiences were, where they were like, where Illya was like, oh, did I, he said he was wondering whether, he was like holding himself back. Like,
Yeah.
oh, shit, I almost flirted with Shane Hollander. I almost like got myself caught. Like I almost took it too far in that moment.
Yeah. I love... because I just thought it was funny. Because he's like, for the rest of his life, Shane Hollander would have to live with the fact that he had ended his NHL draft day by getting himself off to the thoughts of Illya Rozanov. And just reading that, I'm like, Illya would love to know that, though.
Yep.
And then he eventually does tell him, like, way later on in the book. And I'm like, I'm so happy he told him that.
Oh.
Yeah, so cute. Who cares about his girlfriend?
Oh, yeah, in the book he has a girlfriend. Yeah, no, she'll be okay.
Yeah, and just like in her mind, he's like, this is the first time you've thought about her.
Yeah.
It's like, you guys are probably breaking up.
Yeah, and you're basically getting hard by just sitting on the ground with Illya. So,
I don't think it's going to work out.
Something's amiss.
Yeah, it's so weird.
We get dual narrators in the book, too. So we get to see Shane's perspective, Ilya's perspective, which is nice.
Yes. I just have like Illya sitting on New Year's in the hotel room. Mm-hmm. And it's kind of like a continuous thing we get where he will see Shane doing things. And he's always saying like how perfect he is, how he does everything so perfectly. He's like, oh, he's probably spending New Year's Eve with his family and friends and blah, blah, blah. But then he keeps going down. He's like, he certainly had no reason to obsess over his fucking arch rival or his arch rival's freckles or his dark eyes or the way his cheeks glowed red when he exerted himself.
Mm-hmm.
And you just see him kind of doing that and like fighting it. But also...
yeah, he's like, no, I don't like him.
Yeah.
What are you talking about?
He's so perfect and annoying and he can do all these things. And
yeah, no.
But he's also like his freckles. I love how obsessed he is with his freckles. It's so cute.
Yeah. Then we get them.
Hudson does not have freckles, guys.
I was thinking that when I was watching the show. I was like, oh, are these fake freckles?
When I was watching the show, I didn't even
I think it's
that.
just like a popular thing where people were like put for makeup, they'll put on fake freckles. So I was like, oh, I wonder if those ones are.
Oh, okay. I didn't even think of it like at all, and then I saw something and I was like, oh,
that's what happens. Yeah, when you rewatch it, you start.
I didn't even do that in the rewatch.
Well, I just mean our brains go other places. We
start, yes,
you know,
which I also love. I've seen like memes. It's like day 8, no new episode. And they're like, the type of salad dressing that Shane has in his fridge at the cottage is. It's like, oh, this is fucking good. It's like, yeah, tell me. I want to know.
You start noticing different things.
Yeah.
Okay, they get to do this commercial together, which we learn later that Illya had suggested. So you're like, okay.
But in the book, I don't think he does. In the show, he does.
I think in the book he does.
Oh, I didn't think he did.
Well, no matter. They do this commercial together, and they have to wear makeup, and Rozanov is like very pretty, like a doll. And so I loved that. And then also just them laughing when they're trying to be serious and come together with their hacky pucks and their hacky sticks. That was really cute. And that kind of leads us up to this
shower.
Really, really pivotal scene.
Yeah. I was also watching it. Like, I was like, oh, this is going to go so bad if he sees that. Like,
yeah,
he's going to punch him in the face. Like, but no, because this book holds you like a child and would never do that to you in the show.
I actually wrote Shane's embarrassing erection scene is every hockey player's worst nightmare.
Yeah.
So it was so anxiety provoking, right? When it started happening, you're like, no, don't do this to him. And he's like, okay, he has not punched me in the face. What's happening? Right?
Yes.
So that's nice. Rozanov,
so nice.
So that's so great. Rozanov glanced down at Shane's crotch and raised an eyebrow.
I love when he does that in the show.
Yes. He looks so good in that scene.
Oh my god.
And Shane's like, fuck off. It's nothing. And then he says, like what you see, Hollander? No, it's not. I was thinking about something else. Shane wanted to. He thinks Shane wanted to die. He knew he didn't sound at all convincing. He says, something else? What were you thinking about? His voice was low. Shane swallowed. His throat was dry, his bone dry. You.
Ugh. Good for you for admitting that.
I know. I couldn't believe he did that.
Yeah.
Why aren't you running away?
Don't think I put it down. Oh, I think it's like then after when like Illya leaves, he's like, he wish he could just like break through the wall and get out that way.
He wants to Kool-Aid man it.
Yeah.
Just get me out of here.
Now I gotta go back to the change room. And then they do get out of the shower, obviously. They don't want to be pruny. And it's just, I love this part so much. I can't do it. What is your room number?
1410.
If I knock on door of room 1410 tonight, maybe around 9,
I might open the door.
I might knock.
Oh.
And he does knock.
He does knock.
As this book continues on, like the amount of butterflies I get constantly.
Yeah.
I'm just like, oh my god, I'm so happy.
Isn't that such a good sign of a good romance? We were like, oh my god, I'm so excited for them.
Also, how is Illya so smooth as like an 18-year-old?
Because he's had to, Jamie. Like, if we're looking at his psyche, he's always known that he's going to be the one to, like, probably... He's had to be an adult before he was supposed to have been an adult. He probably was, like, doing stuff sexually before he should have been doing stuff sexually. Like, he had to grow up too fast. He's had a lot of practice. Well, Shane has been sheltered.
Less exciting.
Sorry.
When you make it psychological. But it's true. He's like, do I make you curious? I'm like, oh my god, stop it.
But when we get Ilya's dialogue too, and I think This is, again, like one of the insights of the book of getting to know what he was thinking in those moments and then reflecting back later.
He does have so many insecurities.
He does kind of say like he was a bit putting on a front too of how nervous he was in that moment, and you don't know that.
Yes.
Right?
Yeah, because he comes off so confident and cocky and like, yeah.
But I imagine that Shane's nervousness probably helped.
Yeah.
Right? When you see someone who's more nervous than you, you're like, yeah.
Yeah. Okay. I
guess I'm in charge here.
I really enjoyed because you get a little bit of Illya's personality here when Shane gets him off and then he's like, okay, well, good night.
Oh, yeah, that was fun.
He's like, what? It's like Shane's mouth dropped open and he was about to be furious when he noticed the playful, crooked grin. He's like, fuck you. Did you need something? Rozanov asked innocently. And I loved that in the show, and then I loved it again, like in the book, how he kind of did that. Because you know what? Again, that is also something you expect in a lot of like situations. And this is obviously like early on in the book or early on in the show where it could go that way. You're like, oh, this guy's actually a really fucking...
But then where would it go?
Yes. But immediately in my mind, even like with the show, same thing. I was like, oh, he's going to be one of these fucking guys. But then he's not.
Yeah, I hope so.
No. Well, and I've seen like a lot of people talk about their people that don't really like read romance, and they're like, oh, it just like it goes okay, like it's so safe.
Yeah.
And I think that's also another reason it's so popular.
Oh, here's engaging with sexuality in a safe way because it's not you, but it also includes men.
Yes. So it's like I can relate because I also sleep with men.
Yeah.
But yeah, you're kind of like viewing it from...
But I'm not seeing myself in it.
Yes, which is, again, I think another reason it's so popular with women.
Yeah. So we get to know more about the different backgrounds. So we get introduced to Shane's parents, and we kind of understand more that he's about who he is, right? Mm-hmm. Being kind and earnest. And then we get to know more about Illya's background. So we get him interacting with his brother and his dad is sick. So like we were just kind of talking about how he can kind of be like stoic, right? Yeah. And he has this hard exterior, so he uses humor and cockiness, but we kind of understand more why, right? When we start to get more and more of his background.
Yeah.
And then I have the press conference.
I liked it in the show just for the foot touch.
Yeah, I like the foot touch scene.
Like they did such a good job with the show making that like
making a through line. Yeah.
Yes, to like the end, to the last scene, even when they're on the couches on the phones and they're like doing the little toe touching with their socks. It was so cute.
I just wanted to note that sports questions are stupid.
Yeah, 100%.
What will you do in the game tonight to win, right? And I think Shane references it later, whereas like, how am I going to answer this dumb question for the millionth time? But this was always a question that I've asked Eddie when he's watching sports. I was like, why do they do these dumb interviews? Do they think that they're going to say something revolutionary that the man before has not said? Why are we doing this? And then he talked about Kawhi Leonard, who used to be, for anyone who doesn't know, led the Toronto Raptors to their championship. So he used to play in Toronto years ago. But Kawhi, he says when he's in press conferences, he answers the questions matter-of-factly, which is so funny because they'll be like, what are you going to do? And he's like, score points. You know, like he'll just like...
Yeah, like...
What
do you think I'm gonna do?
Yeah. He just answers like doesn't fluff it up, nothing. And so I love that because that's what I would do.
That is what you would do, and I would be like, I need to make these people happy. Yeah. I'm gonna give you some answer that you don't need.
The next like lead into the hookup is really cute because it's like, is this going to happen again, right? They're both wondering it. Mm-hmm. We get more of Shane wondering it.
Yeah.
And so it's really nice that we get Illya being the one to initiate when they're playing.
And they're like on the benches and they're slowly making their way down. And then they're at the same point of the benches.
Going to bed early tonight, I think.
Oh?
Yes.
Stands up.
12:21.
12:21.
And he's like, oh my god, it's happening.
I like in the show, like Scott Hunter, I'm like, he knows what's happening.
I don't think he does.
Because, yeah, there's that part where he kind of, like, he knows. He's in on that. And then when they're practicing on the ice, or it's after a game, and Scott says to him, you're beginning to sound like him. And then they get in a fight.
Is that what it's supposed to infer?
Yeah. That's what other people have taken from it. But that's not in the book, so you don't actually know.
Anyway, okay, I have this quote that I really love, and this is during this hookup. This is Illya. Plus, Illya hated this guy. He hated his pretty boy face and his perfect goddamned English and his perfect goddamn French and his loving parents and his polite little manners and his $1 million smile. He hated how serious he was, how earnest. He was everything the league wanted from their stars. Illya kissed his dumb mouth and swallowed his stupid little sighs and felt his annoying fingers in his hair. He pulled back so he could look at his horrible face with its ridiculous freckles. He's like trying to resist it so much. He's like, why do I like this person?
Yeah. So boring. God.
But he's like, I love it so much.
Yeah.
Also.
That's all I think about.
But why?
They go, so like once they're done and like talking about like how they're going to see each other again. And Shane's like, that doesn't mean we can. I mean, how would we? Where would we? And Ilya's like, are you homeless?
Yeah.
Like some stuff he says, it's just like,
yeah.
I love it so much. So when they were hooking up, it just kind of says this wasn't control. Illya just wanted to touch him, to let the silky strands of his hair slip through his fingers as Hollander gave in to what he had clearly been craving. I kind of just highlighted that to like make a reference to, I love how well they do like consent and safety in this book and in the show. And I think they do it even more in the show where he checks it, like, are you okay? Is this okay? Are you okay?
Is this still okay?
Yeah.
And he's like, shut up.
Yeah. Fine. And even, so there's this other podcast, Empty Netters, and it's a hockey podcast. It's 3 straight guys, and they like did a thing like
I know,
watching the show.
That is why Eddie suggested that he watched it, because he listens to that podcast. So he was telling me about how they were talking about it.
Yes.
And I was like, okay, so we're gonna watch a show together, because okay, because the straight boys were saying that they were watching the show. Okay, let's watch it.
Shout out to them. They did like a live watch and stuff, and it was so good. But they're even like, Ilya's the consent king, and just they talk about like how he does, and I was like, yeah, that's so amazing and great, and how they show that. Yeah, he constantly does that. I was like, that's.
And even if you think about it, like his hard shell, but there's moments where he's like, yeah, this is a hookup. We're planning to have sex. Like he's like normalizing it for Shane. Like, hey, it's okay. Like we're doing this. This is like we're doing what we want.
Oh,
great.
Yes, I think I love that, and it's so nice to see that.
Yeah,
on TV.
I mean, in addition to that funniness was this isn't the same scene, but when he's like, you are embarrassed. He's like, well, and he's like, you don't play with your ass, it makes you gay? And he's like, oh my fucking God.
Like, I have a thing.
You know what makes you gayer? Rozanov, shut the fuck, sucking my dick. I played with it, all right? I've got a thing. A thing? A dildo. Okay? What color? Fuck you. Is it big? I'm leaving.
I love him so much.
Yeah.
And he's still, by the end of the book, I think, still just has one dildo.
I mean, that's fine.
Yeah, it's fine.
Yeah. He's a basic bitch.
Yeah, and I love him. I love him for it because he is. You know what he also is? He's a little slutty. And I love that for him too.
Yeah. So at the end of this, they get each other's numbers for the first time. So we get Lily and Jane. And so I would like to say that I'm very stupid. And so I didn't know until I think maybe I was watching the show for the second time that Lily was similar to Illya and Jane was similar to Shane. Now, let's for reference, I've already watched the show. I've already read the book. I did not catch on.
I'm just finding this out right now.
No, you're not. No, you're not. Yeah. Jamie.
No, absolutely not. I didn't click into that.
You're stupider than I am, I guess.
They're just like simple, like Jane and Lily. Like those are simple names.
But they're similar to their names.
Yes, now that you say that out loud, that makes complete sense. Yeah,
And in the book, Shane was like Shannon, and Illya's like, no, Jane.
yeah, that makes sense. Now that you're saying it, it never even like clicked.
Well, that makes me really happy.
Yeah. And I was like, oh, like, what, why are you so dumb? As you're saying it, I'm like, oh no.
I am also dumb.
This is new information to me.
Oh, okay. That makes me happy.
I love how you called me super stupid before you even realized it.
Look, I'm also stupid. So.
I love that I love that. That makes sense.
Oh, it's funny. We get a moment where we get Shane's acknowledgement of the homophobia in the hockey league.
Yes.
So he says that the NHL liked to pretend it was inclusive now, but Shane knew what it was like on the ice and in the dressing room. There had never been an openly queer NHL player, and homophobic slurs were thrown around enough that Shane couldn't imagine that happening. Whoever came out first was going to have to be brave as hell. It sure as shit wasn't going to be Shane.
Yeah, I don't like that. It makes me sad.
It's super sad and a reality.
Yeah. Out on some great hockey players. You probably are. Because if you're not making them comfortable and they're not coming to play, we could be, just saying.
No, I think the result is people just stay closeted.
Yeah.
But that's also like when we were talking about our relationship to hockey earlier, that's like the toxic culture of it. And another reason why it's like such a ugh.
Yeah.
An ick.
It's such like because I'm like, I also like love hockey and I get the love for hockey and like I get people that loving to play it. And then there's just this like dark, icky side of it. And I guess that's also the world. So
that is the world.
Yeah.
But I did want to mention that quote from Shane because it does set us up for how critical throughout the book it is for Illya and Shane to keep themselves quiet. Obviously,
Yes.
Illya has like also a different motivation being from Russia, but just for them, how sad that it's so critical to their success in their career that if they would come out or acknowledge anything, that would affect their relationships with their coworkers, with the people that are leading them, with the people that are fans of just this game that they're playing. That's something so like personal would intrude on that is just like wild to think about.
Yeah. Which also with Rachel's other books, she gets into this in different aspects. Like the one I did, his father was very masculine, homophobic, that type of hockey fan where like I'm gonna support the more I'm trying not to give stuff away from the book. Okay, then I'm just going into a whole anyways. But she does kind of go into different aspects of this topic.
But that's what makes these books a fantasy. Not fantasy in terms of like the genre that we usually read, but fantasy in terms of like this is her fantasy of like a world where these situations it just like staying in the lane in terms of like homophobia, how these things can be resolved, right? It's like a working it out in a book.
Yeah.
And
you know what? I think this book and show is making a bit of a difference. So
because we don't get enough shows and movies and art and enough of those in like the general public and consumed by the general public in a way that puts gay people in a humanized light.
Even like they're showing stuff like not just like a normal romance, like it's always something negative happens or there's something like toxic about it or there's something like negative attached to it. In other ones,
what do you mean?
Like in other like gay romances that you see in media and things like that. Like,
do you mean like gay people coming out or like them something bad happening to them or them?
Yes, like it's never just they fall in love and they're happy and they're in love and it's just that's it.
Right. Yeah, I heard someone give the example of like Will and Grace too. Like that's not about plight, but it is about like a stereotype where it's like it's either their plight or their stereotypes.
Yeah, and it's just like the safe, but which also like Schitt's Creek, they did that really well too,
where they didn't make it a thing.
Yeah.
Right, where they didn't have to come out to their parents, there was no shame. It was just like, oh, just a queer person exists.
Yeah.
Now, I would like to add My Zoo Romance books,
Yes. Yeah.
I realized I was like, oh, all of these books, I knew they were all queer characters in them, throughout them, but I was like, oh, they don't make that being a thing in
Yeah.
any of them. Like their parents just love them.
Yeah.
And there's no
What?
conflict there. It's just like they just exist in the world and they're just finding love. And I was like, oh, how refreshing are those types of media and art where it is that, and how little we get of that.
Yeah. Yeah.
So,
but just for like young kids coming up to be able to just see that
yeah.
and like feel okay about that, and that it's not something to be made fun of. Because I think like even like with us growing up, I was like, that was such a thing all the time. And I can't like, yeah, just imagine growing up in that, and like in that hockey world, all of that, and not just being able to just be like, yes, I can love whoever I want and be happy and it's normal and it's fine. Because we aren't shown that. We're only shown like the negative parts of it, or the really over the top characters. And
Yeah, I think what you just described was like the gay best friend, which is like a
yes,
stereotype,
yeah,
right? And even those characters, like let's just take Jack from Will and Grace.
yeah,
I think what's being asked is like, oh, we don't not want a Jack. It's just we want Jack to be like a fully formed human being who you see as a fully formed human
yeah.
being. Not that someone can't be flamboyant or funny or whatever.
No.
It's but they can also be that way. They can also be masculine. They can also be all
Yeah.
the things in between. But we don't get that. And even in this book talks about homophobia and their struggle with trying to exist and their struggle with that and how that gets in the way of their relationship. So even this is about gay plight, right?
Yeah.
Which is fine to enjoy, I think, but just acknowledging that we shouldn't just be consuming that type of queer storylines.
Yes. I just think it is great to see the reaction to this.
Yes.
And how big it's become and how many people love it. And then just that hopefully other people will take that and make more things like that about queer people. Because I think there does need to be way more of it. And we don't see enough of it. And to just not go back to how things were. Even Francois, who plays Scott, was talking about, I guess they had originally gone to some other networks or whatever, but they wanted to like change so much of it. And so Jacob was like, no, like we'll go make it for less money, because he wanted to make it the way he wanted to make it. And I think if it was made any other, and he follows the book pretty spot on.
Yes.
It's almost like,
if they made it any other way, it wouldn't have worked. I could see how this could be made and be really bad.
100%. So easily. But he did it so much that they were just like, you saw the layers of like the humans and the people that they were and like their love story. And yeah, it could have been so bad, but they just, anyways, Shane's a bit slutty. That's what I want to get to.
Right. Okay. So we have their scene where they do penetration for the first time.
Yes.
Now, I hate this in the book because they do it in a random hotel room, and then immediately after they're done, Illya leaves.
Yeah, I liked it better in the show.
That. In the show,
there's been a couple times I hate Illya when he just like, bye.
In the show, though, it was so much better.
Yes.
Where we get the moment.
They mix up the scenes.
Yeah, so Rozanov says, come here, right? And then Shane says,
Yeah.
no, you come here. And they say, you come here. Right? And but except they're in the
building.
The secret building.
Yep.
And so it's more homey that way. It's not like in a random hotel room. It's just like, it's better.
Yeah.
And then we get that lovely song over top of it.
Yes.
That I forget the name of.
It's You.
It's You.
Peter.
Yeah.
In the show, it happens at a different part, but in this one, it's their first night, and Illya lifts Shane, and I love it so much. And it's like Shane wanted to tell him to fuck off, but Rozanov was kissing his throat, scraping his teeth over the sensitive skin. So instead, he threw his head back against the wall like the eager slut he apparently was. I just love that for him. Mm-hmm. Yeah. And he says something else like that, I think, in like the Vegas penthouse hookup. And I think that's like,
he loves it for himself.
Yeah.
He's like,
He's
no.
like, you know what? I'm gonna get a bit slutty. I'm like, yeah, and as you should.
Yes.
You go for it.
Yeah.
You deserve it.
You deserve it. Do you want to go into part 2?
Yep.
So, we didn't even say this. So, start the book December 2008. Part 2 is December 2013. So, we're 5 years later, which is crazy. When I was watching the show, I was like, oh my gosh, I didn't realize this was like over so many years.
Yeah. I liked in the show because you get the different phones.
Yeah. Oh,
Yeah,
I was thinking it too when they were at the Olympics. And I was like, oh my god, they have like a Motorola, like the little, like
with the little antenna.
I was like, oh, that's so annoying.
Yeah.
No, it didn't have an antenna. It was just like it didn't have like a
the
cover or
T-Mobile,
anything.
Flip, like the old
No,
Blackberries.
it was just like one solid piece.
Oh,
and, like,
yes,
little
okay,
small. Yeah, you guys know.
Snake, anyone?
Yeah. Okay, so December 2013, Shane wins Rookie of the Year. We get the rooftop scene. We get, I think, our first See You Next Season.
Yes. Not everything is about you, Hollander.
Oh, that was pretty good. Not bad.
Thank you.
Do you have anything to say about that?
Nope.
I do like that it was a bit like Hollander's like, oh, he's ignoring me and he's being an asshole that he's not coming and congratulating me because that's what he would do, right?
Yeah.
And what he's not realizing is like, oh, Illya has so much more going on that is like not even a part of your world. You just don't fucking get it.
Yeah.
And so I liked that because we do need in this story for Shane not to be the good guy and Illya to be the bad guy. We need it to be more murky or else this isn't going to work. And like referencing before, like you said, like the power imbalance.
Yes.
We need it not to be good guy, bad guy.
Yeah. Yes. Which it does continuously, I feel like, kind of go back and forth.
Yeah.
Like with the tuna part, it kind of switch all of a sudden, like Shane's the one backing right off.
Yeah.
So they do.
Mix it up. And we need that. We also get, in the book, so this is where he buys the building.
So then it is like the building scene, which I love. I love this in the show.
Yeah.
Because you can see them getting closer.
But
in their interactions.
Wait, when he gets there and he gets mad, which Illya kind of wanted. He's like, I wonder if he's going to be mad. He's like, fuck you for texting me before the game, you asshole. And then he grins and he says, you were hard, weren't you? Or how long? Whole game? And then they run up the stairs and they fight going up the stairs.
Yeah.
In the show anyway.
Oh, I can't remember what he says in the show because he doesn't say it in the book. But when he like opens the door, like, you're going to murder me or something?
Yeah.
Oh my God, he said, get inside.
Yeah.
I like this quote. So he's like showing him around or whatever. And he's like, oh, I kind of made the bedroom the priority in the bathroom so we could. But Illya didn't let Hollander finish his sentence. He gripped Hollander's arm and pushed him back against the closet wall and kissed him. Hollander had bought them a fucking building. Illya had been sure all summer that this would be the year Hollander would call it off. So, he did. He bought you guys a building.
No, he's actually doubled down.
Yeah. He's like, I think I'm going to stick this one out a little bit.
Yeah.
Yeah. Here's a building for us.
With a bedroom and a bathroom.
Yeah.
That's all we need.
I just have, obviously, like, their feelings are coming out more, and just the book, you're getting more of that inner monologue and kind of seeing where they are. And I have, like, Illya always did feel good with Hollander. He didn't want to say it was better than it was with anyone else, but it was different. And not only because Hollander was a man. Illya hadn't been with a man who wasn't Hollander in over a year, almost 2 maybe, but that wasn't it. I just kind of like seeing, I really enjoyed the book seeing
him grapple with it.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Because Shane's was more obvious, and yeah, you're really like, yeah, seeing more of his thought process with it. And he does seem more confident in the show about the situation. Shane seems more worried.
Yeah.
But yes, then I have the
Olympics. Yeah, there's just like talk about more like homophobia stuff and Russia's laws. And then Shane gets nervous, texts Illya, and he's like, oh no, is he okay? Mm-hmm. Right? When he starts to like realize like, oh yeah, this is like a bad place to be. And Ilya's sad because he lost and he has a mean dad, and Shane tries to talk to him, and we get this really awful scene.
I hate it. I hate it so much.
I hated it so much. Yeah, this is awful.
Yeah.
Rozanov looked exhausted. He had dark rings under his eyes, and his face was very pale. But the most noticeable and alarming change was in his eyes. The playful spark that always made Rosanov's hazel eyes dance was just gone. Extinguished. Shane says, and then Illya says, "We're not anything. Not here, Hollander." And then, a few lines later, Illya says, "No, I didn't answer your boring text. Now will you go?"
I hate it. I hate it so much. I hated watching it. I hated reading it.
Yeah.
It made me so sad. And then I was like mad at him.
But a helpful thing is in hearing Shane's inner dialogue is that you realize that he
understands
sees,
it.
oh, something's wrong.
Yeah.
Right? This isn't his normal self. This isn't just about me.
Yeah. And I did like how we did get to see his interaction with his father. Because I think that obviously does help us understand a lot in both the book and the show, which I think follows it pretty closely. But yeah, I hated that scene where I'm like, all I just felt was like this strong rejection. And I was like, no, don't be mean to him. Okay. And I do just side note, like in the show, we get more of Ilya's family dynamic in general. Like seeing more of his brother, like I think understanding that more and just kind of, seeing all that.
Yeah. We get the party.
Even just like seeing like when his brother makes phone calls to him and seeing his brother's home life. Yeah. I think, again, they did a great job with the show.
Also, maybe this would be a good time to mention Svetlana too. In the book, Svetlana is like non-consequential. Basically, it's not anything. So in the show, they made her a much bigger part of the storyline,
which I loved.
I thought, when from the book to the TV adaptation, adding that in was wonderful. I think it was really helpful to the storyline for him to have someone who kind of anchored him, to go like, how is he okay and like a normal human being? Oh, he has this like best friend, this like best girlfriend
who is in that life and understands everything and also understands like the hockey world and everything at the same time,
and accepts him for who he is, doesn't like expect any of him, just like takes him as he is. So their friendship is really nice to see.
And seeing that she kind of knows what's going on, because she does say like, what does she say? It's such a good line.
I hope Jane knows how lucky he is.
Yes.
So she knows, even though Illya never has told her, even though in the show she tries to prompt him. And be like, who is Jane? Or, Shane is really gorgeous, or like tries to say things, but Illya never lets her in that way. So that part of their storyline, when we finally get that, where we're like, oh yeah, she knew the whole time. Was really sweet.
Yes. I think that was such a good
addition.
Yes. Also just all the females in the show. I think are amazing.
Okay, so we're gonna come back for part 2 to talk about the rest of the series, the rest of the book. Join us. If you are not already following us on social media, we are Books and Boobs.
Oh, should we be Books and Boobs? Books and Boobs and Booze.
Maybe.
Books, Boobs, Booze.
We are Books and Booze Podcast on Instagram. We are Books and Booze Pod on TikTok. Give us a follow wherever you're listening to us. Give us a follow there. Give us 5 stars. Give us a comment. All of that is incredibly helpful, and we deeply appreciate it. Hopefully we'll see you for part 2.
Yeah. Come to the cottage.
Come to the
going
cottage.
to the cottage.
I'll die for my hockey team.
Okay, no.
Hockey.
It's liar told you that. Okay.
All in there.
Okay, bye.
Bye.